Ludwig van Beethoven. Sounds listened by heart. In the dead of a night, one musician was deep in his thoughts. With his hand on his chin, his face was shrouded with shadows. What should I do? I can't live as a performer anymore, a pianist who can't hear. He pulled at his hair with a heavy sigh. The musician's name was Ludwig van Beethoven. From early on, he was famous for his marvelous piano performances. There was hardly anyone who did not know his name in Vienna, the city of music in Austria. A few years ago, when Beethoven had debuted as a pianist, Mozart said, "Behold, this musician will surprise the world in the near future." Mozart's words soon became reality. Whenever there was a performance of Beethoven, audiences crowded the recital. "Beethoven is the best pianist." "He sure is. I am always touched by his performances." People applauded like thunder after recitals. Clap, 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 clap. The clapping continued for a long time. Beethoven blushed from being moved. One day a letter arrived at Beethoven's. The sender was Daniel Steibelt. He, too, was a famous pianist. Beethoven's face grew serious as he read the letter, because the letter was none other than a challenge. "Dear Beethoven, I want to play the piano against you for our skills." Beethoven was concerned for a moment. Do musicians need to compete like this? It may disgrace the dignity of artists. However, it was hard for him to just avoid challenges. It could lead to a misunderstanding. Is Beethoven avoiding the challenge because he lacks the skill? Oh my, he must be ignoring Steibelt. Beethoven was not a person to be indecisive, wavering in other people's opinions. This time, however, he did not want to be misunderstood. Beethoven wrote a reply, determined to perform in competition. "I accept your challenge. Please let me know when you have chosen the time and place." A few days later, the two pianists were set to compete in a salon of nobility. The first to play was Steibelt. His performance technique was fantastic, as they said. Attending nobilities were marveled by it. Later, it was finally Beethoven's turn. After a short silence, he started playing with fingers bouncing like water drops. Nobilities started to wonder soon after. Which piece is this?" Nobody could figure out which piece Beethoven was playing. It was because he was playing the music Steibelt splayed out backward. "Oh, dear Lord, he is improvising." Fascinating, he's playing the music his opponent brought for the first time, and even from the backward. Of course, the winner of the day was Beethoven, Steibelt accepted defeat without a question. Has his talent made somebody jealous? After that, Beethoven was confronted with great difficulty. He suffered an earache that did not seem to get any better. He could somewhat listen at first, but his hearing grew weaker and weaker. "I can't play piano any more." As an eye to a painter, an ear is the most important thing to a musician. Beethoven felt hopeless, as if he was sentenced to death. How come such misfortune had to happen to me? From time to time, Beethoven erupted in anger. "I don't want anyone to know that I am deaf." Proud Beethoven did not want any help from anybody. His life grew more and more painful as he did so. By that time, Beethoven was putting his energy on not only piano performance, but also composition. Not so much as playing piano, but he already had passionately presented some masterpieces, such as Opus 1 piano trios and Symphony No. 1. An idea struck agonizing Beethoven. Yes, let's concentrate on composition more. I can do it if I put in more effort than other people. I have another potential left as a musician. Since that day, Beethoven's energy has recovered. His deafness made things difficult, but he composed through imagination. Then he created Symphony No. 2 and Symphony No. 3, otherwise known as Heroic Symphony. Beethoven tried to end his life sometime after he had gone deaf. In fact, he had left a will written for his siblings. Nonetheless, the new hope that he can make beautiful and wonderful music saved him from the depths. I compose in silence. However, when I write notes on the sheet, it feels like I am hearing all the sounds of water and birds. Yes, deaf Beethoven listened to all the sounds in the world through his composition.